This is Tom Brower's horse and Helen.
I'm not going to guarantee no tears. Thank you for starting. I was Tom's neighbor and only really knew him for a few years, but you know what? All I can say is my life is richer for having known him. And so, we gather here today to honor a life well lived. Tom Brower, one of the last real cowboys. Confident, gallant, reliable. A man whose life was dedicated to horses and the people who love them. He extended himself, his knowledge, expertise, and kindness to all who knew him. Tom's life was long and physically demanding. He was rich in the things that matter or we wouldn't be here. We will miss him, but we know in our hearts that cleared of his physical sufferings, he is riding wild and free over the meadows and mountains of heaven. Tom did not die on horseback, but he was almost born on horseback. His mother was riding and rounding up cattle when she realized, my baby's coming. She's not going to wait another minute longer to come into this world. So on April 18th, 1925, she went into the house and promptly gave birth to a son, Thomas Patrick. His friends called him Pat, so it was something of a surprise when, at the age of 18, he signed up for the Marines and found that the name on his birth certificate was Thomas Oscar. The doctor who had delivered him had written his own name, Oscar, on the birth certificate and named the baby after himself. He must have known that Tom was going to be something special. Tom was the second of 6 children of Harold and Jessie Brower. He was born and lived in Angels Camp, California. Early in life, he felt that special kinship with a horse, and being on horseback was natural to him. As a toddler, his grandfather would take him out to gather cattle on the family ranch. At the age of 9, Tom packed his bedroll, saddled his horse, and went riding alone into the mountains to catch up with wranglers who were moving cattle to higher ground. The foreman of the cattle drive got word back to his mother that evening that her son was with them, not to worry, and that they would get him back home safely in a few days. After his return home, he once again saddled up and joined a different bunch of cowboys and helped move cattle to the high country, around 9,000 feet high. His young life was not easy. He experienced a Depression-era childhood and lived in a remote area. He told a story once that there was nothing to eat in the house. So, though only a preteen, Tom went out to the barn, scooped up some horse oats, brought them in, and cooked oatmeal for his 5 siblings. He was very resourceful. Tom dropped out of school, but always had a job. He also had a glamorous rodeo career. He loved and was successful at bull riding, team roping, and busking saddle broncs. Rodeo life suited the young Tom, constantly on the move, competing on horseback, husking bones, and getting back in the saddle to do it all over again. He was tall and lean and handsome. The money rolled in quickly and rolled out just as fast. Tom told great stories. One was about when he strode into the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco with his rodeo buddies and was denied service because they did not have on a tie and proper jacket. So he improvised. With his handkerchief tied around his neck and his leather fringed jacket on, he insisted it was a cowboy tuxedo. Of course, they let him in. Tom continued working with horses, training and furnishing animals for movies filmed in Northern California. He also worked as a stuntman and stunt double. This afforded him the opportunity to hang around with the likes of Roy Calhoun, Edward G. Robinson, Robert Mitchum, Slim Pickens, and Cotton Rosser, just to name a few. Tom was incredibly strong and talented. Often his jobs were dangerous. One time, the Forest Service needed to top pine trees. And yep, you guessed it. From a tether connected to a helicopter, Tom was suspended in midair with a chainsaw in one hand, and he proceeded to top the trees while the helicopter hovered above them. He was crazy. You know that. The essence of his life was horses. From horse racing, trail trials, ETP, and the friends associated with such, these made for a wonderful life. I practiced this a lot. Tom entered the life of Helen Johnson in 1951, and he opened doors of a new life for her. For 20 years, they enriched one another's lives. They made a wonderful home with many friends and brought their combined skills, dedication, energy, and warmth to the Riverside area horse community. In July 2011, Helen and Tom were married in a small ceremony in their backyard. January of this year, ETP honored Tom a life membership in recognition of his dedication to the patrol and their endeavors. Sadly, as Tom's health began to falter, he was able to do less and less, though he always tried to participate. We can only imagine Tom in his youth and his high spirits. He lived to be 86, and we will remember him as an honorable man, strong, handsome, competent, wise in the ways of animals, compassionate, and able to fix just about anything. We know Tom could not always hear, but he always had a warm smile for everyone, and I know he had a special hug and squeeze for some people too. He carried the lessons of those early rodeo days all of his life. He believed you might be badly hurt, even wounded. You might have lost or even had something broken, but you still got back on your feet and back in the saddle. Can you hear them calling the next event for Tom Brower? I can. And we all know that Tom, he's ready to ride.
Amen.